Alright then, lads, welcome back to Kossi's Arsenal podcast. My name is Kossi. The summer is over and this is all we did. Arsenal spent 142 million pounds on 6 signings. These are the names of players that have joined us for the new campaign 2021-2022 campaign. These are going to be the lads that joined the squad. 1 attacking midfielder, 1 backup left back, 1 right back, 1 new backup goalkeeper, 1 centre back, and 1 backup central defensive midfielder. The big question is, have Arsenal done good business? But in this video, I'm going to take you throughout all the deals we have done, including the outgoings and incomings at the club. Make sure you do smash a like on the video. Make sure you do subscribe to the channel. Obviously, let me know in the in the comment box below. Do you think Arsenal have done good business? Do you think the window has been a successful one? Later in the day, we will be ranking our signings live, and I'll tell you I'm absolutely disgusted and disappointed. But let's get into this. Number 1, we brought in Benjamin White. He's our most expensive signing of the summer. Now, Ben White joins us from Brighton as a direct replacement of 2 players, that is David Luiz and William Saliba. It's been a lot of reactions between William Saliba and Benjamin White, especially from the fans. Of course, many people believing that Saliba should have been given a chance, and the money wasted or the money spent on Benjamin White, depending on how he will actually work out, should have been spent on another area, especially a midfielder or even a striker. But we brought in Benjamin White. Of course, it's not his fault that he's signed by Arsenal. He signed for Arsenal. He's a very, very good centre back, especially in terms of looking at the prospect of the future. He's a very good one. At the moment, you might argue he's just 23 years of age, and there's so many things he has to learn. He's gonna make a lot of mistakes, but look, 50 million, whether it is justified or not yet, let us wait and see what happens this season and the coming season. So we'll be putting on shirt number 4, Arsenal Football Club. At the moment, he has already had his debut against Brentford. He had a very, very poor game, but we hope he will actually improve as time goes on. Signing number 2 is NUNO TAVAREZ. Arsenal also signed in a backup left back. NUNO joins us from Benfica at a fee of around 10 million euros, 8 million pounds plus a couple of add-ons, which makes it which makes it 10 million. And that is the much needed backup left back. The only problem I have with this one is Sead Kolasinac didn't leave the club, so Arsenal have 3 left backs at the moment. We have Sead Kolasinac, NUNO TAVAREZ, and Kieran Tierney. I thought NUNO TAVAREZ comes in as a backup to Tierney and Kolasinac leaves, but Kolasinac is still here and is still starting games against Manchester City. So NUNO TAVAREZ, like you've seen, will be putting on shirt number 20 at Arsenal. Welcome to the club, NUNO TAVAREZ. Also, just like the likes of Ben White, NUNO has already had his debut at Arsenal against the likes of Brentford, and not really a bad game, but not the best of games you could ever think for him as a player. Right, signing number 3, we go into LOKONGA. This is my best signing so far, and we will do a debate video about that, but this is my best signing so far. LOKONGA joins us from Anderlecht for around 22 million euros. It's 18 million pounds plus a couple of add-ons that makes it up to 22 million euros. It is very, very much anticipated that LOKONGA is going to be one of the best midfielders in the world. He's equated to Eduardo Camavinga. Obviously, we know Eduardo Camavinga made a late night deadline day signing or deal to cross over to Real Madrid, which I think was a very good one in terms of in for Madrid, but also a very good one in terms of Camavinga getting what he needed because he wanted Champions League and he also wanted to play with giants. LOKONGA joins us. We'll be putting on shirt number 23. He's a very, very, very good DM, and I think we will see much of him in a partnership between him and Granit Xhaka, or him and Thomas Partey. Depends on who will be available. The only thing I love about Albert is he gives that kind of DM role that we didn't have. I think Elneny, Xhaka, and Partey all don't sit in, just like Albert sits in. And I think, definitely for me, he's my best, best signing of the summer. You can go in the comment section, tell me who is your best signing of the summer for Arsenal this transfer window. Right, moving on. Aaron Ramsdale, £24 million. Arsenal finally signed a goalkeeper, a backup goalkeeper. Now, this was another priority area. We talked about it last season. Leno needs a push that can push him out of goal, and also a push that can also give him that kind of pressure, that kind of quality to perform better. Now, Aaron Ramsdale, English goalkeeper, highly rated, one of the best under 23 goalkeepers in the UK and also in Europe, joins us at a very high fee. Now, this is where many Arsenal fans do not agree with the decision to bring in the lad, because he is a goalkeeper worth £24 million. Now, if you only think about it, it makes sense to buy a goalkeeper for that amount. If you think about how Chelsea have spent 80 million on Kepa, how you think about 50 million spent by Manchester City on Ederson, and around 70 million on Alisson by Liverpool. But it doesn't make sense to buy a 24 million goalkeeper to be a backup. It also doesn't make a lot of sense for fans that a goalkeeper comes in at 24 million and we fail to get in a central midfielder. Whether that's a good signing or not, I think he's a very talented goalkeeper, and very soon we might see him break into the Arsenal starting 11. Signing number what is this, 5-6 is Martin Odegaard. Now, Martin Odegaard rejoins us from Real Madrid. Of course, we know much about the details of Martin Odegaard, a very talented young Norwegian. We know the creativity he adds to the team, and we also know the kind of confidence he adds to the team as well. Now, many fans do not like Martin Odegaard signing because of James Maddison. It was either Maddison or Martin Odegaard, and we ended up with Martin Odegaard. Of course, it is not new. He's not new here. He was here, he was with us from January to June. The impact he created in the team for me was a little bit massive, but he's not an explosive signing. He's not a marquee signing in my case. But I think at the end of the day, you've got to roll with what you have. Arsenal did sign in Martin Odegaard. What is interesting for me is the price. There is no sell, buyback clause in his contract. And we only got him at 30 million euros. If you think about it, it's a bargain. I mean, Odegaard could have cost us around 50 or 60 million euros, and Madrid had all the right reasons to ask for that much, but they only asked for 30 million euros. They wanted to sell. The player wanted to come back to Arsenal, and Mikel Arteta finally got his man. Now, on transfer deadline day, when everybody thought Arsenal are going to get in a central midfielder or a defensive midfielder or someone to bolden our attack, it wasn't the case. We brought in Takehiro Tomiyasu. Takehiro Tomiyasu will be putting on shirt number 8. Martin Odegaard will be putting on shirt number 8. And Tomiyasu will eventually be putting on shirt number 18. He comes in as a direct replacement of Hector Bellerin, who left the club for Real Betis on a loan deal that does not include an obligation to buy or even an option to buy. But I think this one is I mean, there's so many mixed reactions around Tomiyasu. Is he good? Is he bad? And my opinions are, I will give him 5 games in the Premier League to determine whether it's gonna be a good signing or a bad signing. Nothing much is known about him, apart from his versatility, and that is what Mikel Arteta said when we signed him, that he's a very good player that gives us that kind of versatility, especially with the likes of Maitland-Niles being unsettled at the moment. One thing you love about Tomiyasu is he's gonna play at right back, so that means we have a new right back. But also, I think he's gonna help out Ben White so much, because Ben White likes moving ahead, in terms of ball progression. I think he does well that, but but when it comes to covering back, he's very, very poor. So I think Tomiyasu will be of great help to him in that area. Now, players that have left the club, obviously, William Saliba, we know, has left the club on a loan deal to join Olympique Marseille, same as Matteo G.DOUZI, who has left on a permanent deal to join Olympique Marseille. Now, my thoughts on William Saliba leaving the club are very clear. I think it is the last chance. If we get him next season and he doesn't play, Arsenal will lose him for good. William Saliba joins on a season-long loan deal. No obligation to buy, no option to buy. He will come back and he will be an Arsenal player according to what we know at the moment. Number 2 is Matteo Guendouzi, who also headed into the same direction in France. Both of them have joined Olympique Marseille. And one thing you love about this duo is all of them have been very highly rated French players. Matteo Guendouzi, if you look at his rating, actually market value in 2018-2019, it was very close to 50 million euros. William Saliba is the same, highly rated French centre back. Both of them have not got the chance to play for Arsenal. Like Guendouzi got the chance. I don't think he wasted it. He went out on Hertha Berlin, on a loan to Hertha Berlin. He did well, but Mikel never thought he was good enough, so he actually left the club for Olympique Marseille. Arsenal will earn around 10 to 15 million euros in that deal. It's a permanent one. He will never come back to Arsenal unless if we purchase, we decide to purchase him on another one. Okay, Alex RUNNARSON is another one that has left the club. Now with RUNNARSON, we know he's left on loan. I thought Arsenal would move him on for probably $500,000 or $250,000. We could have got anything out of him, but he's gone out on a loan spell. Of course, he will come back. The loan spell does not include an obligation or option to buy. He will come back at the club, and he will be an Arsenal player next season unless we try to sell him. Okay, Hector Bellerin, another one that many Arsenal fans really wanted out, has also left the club. Now with Hector Bellerin, my thoughts are very clear. Right from last season, he needed to go. Absolutely, he needed to go. We needed in a new right back. Bellerin has joined Real Betis on a loan deal. The loan deal is dry. It doesn't include an option to buy. It doesn't include an obligation to buy. So at the end of the season, if Real Betis feel like, well, he's done a lot of shit, he will come back at Arsenal and he will be an Arsenal player. But until then, goodbye Hector Bellerin. We'll see you in the coming seasons. All right, Joe Willock also left the club for a reported 25 million euro fee, which is very close to 20 million pounds. Now Joe Willock is another one that has been that has had a very staggering career at Arsenal. Is he good enough? Is he not good enough? Many fans like him, others do not like him. He's gone to Newcastle on a permanent deal, and I would say very, very good business from the side of Arsenal to get that one done. All right, REISS Nelson is another one that was unsure of playing time and unsure of whether he was important at Arsenal Football Club. He's left for the club, he's left the UK for the Netherlands, and he's gone to Feyenoord FC. Now REISS Nelson needs a lot of time. Needs a lot of game time. If he comes back from Feyenoord and he can prove to us that he can beat the likes of Saka, beat the likes of Gabriel Martinelli, then well and good. But at the moment, I think he badly needed that loan deal. And finally, the Brazilian Willian Borges 88 da Silva left the club after saying, I received a lot of criticism that I had come here for financial reasons. I hope my actions today show that was never the case. I hope it teaches people they should never be so quick to pass on judgment. Now that one was another one that really frustrated Arsenal fans so much last season. Very, very much. We expected a lot of football, we got a lot of nothing from Willian. So in a summary, Arsenal have spent 142 million pounds. Will it help us get back to glory days in the top 4? That's the big question. All I ask for, please, can we get back to Europa League? That is all I ask for this season, and I'll try to monitor the situation. I'll give you updates till the season runs down. For transfers, I'll be dropping a transfer video on a daily basis. Don't worry. If there is anything in terms of transfers to talk about, I will be dropping a transfer video on a daily basis. And definitely, till January, till next summer, let's skip the fire burning. Right, please do smash a like on the video, subscribe to the channel as well, and make sure you've turned on the notifications, because only 45% of you guys have turned on the notification bell. That means the number is still very low. Please do turn on the notification bell so that you don't miss any video from now. I'll speak to you in the next one.